con Erina. Hello. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. How's everybody's day doing today? She said it. And why is my reverb on? Sorry about that. Con Erina. Oh, why is my reverb on? Sorry, sometimes it turns on by itself. I don't know how to fix it. God. But con Erina. Hello, hello. I thought it was intentional. Oh, well, take it as is. It has a mind of its own. Hello. Had a swell day. Swell, swole. I hope your day was swole. And we're getting reverb the entire stream. No, that would be... I don't think OBS would like that. It'd be like, why are you peeking so much today? Oh, well. Oh, thank you for the... I actually don't know what that is. Thank you, Kiwi, for the... sticker? I've actually never seen this. Sticker? Super sticker? Thank you. Oh, super sticker. Oh, okay. Oh, thank you. How is the milk? Refreshing. That's not me, that's just a regular husky voice. Husky voice? Husky voice? Yeah, hello, good morning. I kind of just started my day. I could not sleep well last night. You know why? Not for the reason that you'd think like, oh, I'm kind of nervous for my today's stream. Well, other than that, Gear Dog actually occupied my bed again. But this time he was actually putting his whole body on my pillow. And I was like, hello? Like, Gear Dog was literally breathing down my neck. I'm like, bro, I can't sleep. So I stayed up until like, what? I stayed up till like 7 a.m. since he was just snoring right next to my ear. And I'm like, I don't know how to make up for this. Your dog appreciates the creature comforts. He does. And now he's on the floor near my desk and he's sleeping. Now I'm like, hello. Still sleeping? You're still sleepy? Man. But yeah. I tried sleeping earlier, but I just couldn't, so if I do yawn throughout the stream, I apologize. Pardon me. But Gear Dog has been awfully clingy recently. So many Gear Dog stories. I know, right? He's just been clinging. I don't know how to... You're never like this, you know? Gear Dog's never like this, but I guess recently it's just been different. I don't know, maybe it's the weather, I guess. It could be the weather. Yeah. Being sleepy is all part of method acting. I'm glad you said that. Let's head on for acting. Let's head on to what I have prepared for today. Actually, I need you guys to check if the chat on screen will be okay. Alright, this is a different angle for me, so I don't know what to expect, but okay. Is the chat not popping up? Okay, why? Why are you not popping up? It should be there. Oh, now it's there. I Should I keep you guys up there? Oh, you guys won't even be able to read this. Okay, maybe down here? Down here? Would this be fine? I just left school to come back to school. Don't even worry, I'm one of the cool teachers. I've actually never taught before, so I don't know. No, I've actually taught before to like for like once or twice to like little kids, but I was never good at it. Okay, let us know. Let me know if this placement is fine. I don't know. I think it should be okay. I think. Okay. Will there be a test at the end? Yes, get ready. Just kidding. No, there won't be a test. Just put us on your lap. Yeah. Yeah, but let me know if is this readable? Can you guys read the chat? Or if not, I'll put it over my head, but I don't know. Are we gonna get graded? Find out. Okay. It's readable? Okay. See the chat, just only 2 lines. Yeah, because I make it like bigger, it might block the text. So you gotta keep that in mind. But make sure everything's okay. Okay. All right. Let me just get these up. Ready? Okay. Ooh. Ooh. It was that scene? Okay, that was scene. Alright. Okay. So, Voices 101. So, this is a bit of a different stream than usual since I never really, like, you know, talk. I usually just put up a game and, like, just play it. So, hopefully this will be, like, a bi-weekly thing or, like, every 2 weeks I'll try and make some stream like this. But, for today, we're gonna talk about Voices 101. So, when I talk about, like, Voices 101, it's like just in general, I guess. I know there was some questions where you guys were asking, it's like,
I don't know, what do you mean by voices? Like, how to train your voice? How to get good in acting? Or how to sound like this? Or how to, like, sound like that? Like, yeah.
Hold on. I have a layout prepared, and we could, I guess, just do like small tangents from there, or honestly we could just ride the waves at this point. I wouldn't really mind. But I did prepare some stuff that I wanted to personally like talk about from like from what I've experienced, I guess. So that's kind of a bit of like a heads up for this stream. This is from my own personal experience. So yeah, but it will mostly be about voice acting. So, how did you know that's what chat sounded like? It's the voices in my head, trust me. But, okay. So, how to get into, like, I guess, more of, like, voice acting. So, there really isn't an quote-unquote easy way or one way into getting into like voice acting per se, because it implies that there is an easy way, but no, it's a different journey for everyone to get into like voice acting. Like there's different paths even for me. Yeah, there are different paths for people like to find themselves into the voice acting area. So this stream isn't a like, I gotta say, like 100% correct answer for that correct answer to that, but if you want to know how I personally got into voice acting and what I did, then that's basically what we'll be talking about today. Oh, yeah? Yeah. Okay, so what better way to learn about voices 101 than from a VTuber? Or literally a live 2D cyborg tiger anime girl on the internet. Wow, that's crazy. Who's going to talk about voices? Me. So, all right. So I guess we'll mainly talk about how to improve your voice, and like other things like beginner tips or getting into like the voice acting stuff and like programs to use. And we'll also answer some marshmallows or like submitted like questions about today's topic. Feel free to like leave in like any questions throughout the stream. I'll most likely be answering those, but I think I'll focus more on, I guess, presentation to keep things a bit informal, but you know, we'll just keep it at that. Okay. So, bam. There's a bit of a layout. So, like I said, this is what we'll be trying to tackle today, I guess, if you could say. We'll go through these one by one. It's a bit long. I actually have the layout prepared, and it's like worth 5 pages. That's how I'm like, oh, god dang. Okay. All right. So, beginner tips. Okay, when I say beginner tips, I guess you could say beginner tips in like acting. All right. Acting is one of the biggest things I would highly recommend if you want to get into, you know, voice acting. And I'm sorry if I said like, oh, I'm free, I'm like available with like any questions like voice acting or singing, but I'll mostly be talking about voice acting since that's what I've showcased as far as I know since I've debuted. So we're gonna mostly be talking about acting. All right. So acting, when I first think of like voice acting, you gotta get good in acting. So if you have never acted before, start acting now is what I would recommend for you to do. But there are many ways actually if you haven't, you know, learned how to act yet. One of them is like you could start taking like voiceover classes. It could preferably be someone with who's highly recommended for you know, voiceover classes, or someone that's like working in the industry, I guess, and all that etc stuff. But people have suggested like theater, improv, and those are good, like those are fine. But personally for me, how I started, I just started doing it at home. Especially, you know, since you know, COVID, right? So literally everyone is stuck at home. So for the most part, just start doing it at home if anything. And also thank you for the membership. Welcome, Jimmy Boombox. And one of the questions that I have gotten in my marshmallows is like, should I
should I get this type of microphone, or how about this other microphone?
And honestly, it doesn't matter what type of microphone you get, really. Just get a microphone is what I would say. Like, it doesn't need to be fancy at this point. Like, if you're starting out, it doesn't need to be fancy. It doesn't have to, you don't have to pay for like $1,000 for like a microphone. Get like a USB microphone even. That's literally what I'm using right now. And just start recording yourself reading out dialogue or like lines or like literally quotes from, I'll say like your favorite game or from favorite show or like your favorite movie, I guess, and all that, etc. Blue Yeti users, cheap and affordable. But yeah, just get a microphone that, you know, that you can afford, and you could easily adjust to your own space, I guess, is what I would say. And just start recording yourself. Like even original content, right? Even original content, you could literally just, record that shit. Oh, sorry, I can't curse. Oh, oops. But yeah, there really isn't a shortcut into getting better in acting. So I guess the bottom line really is to just get as much experience as you can. Like, start acting now. Okay, I can't really express this enough. Like, there really isn't a shortcut unless you're like naturally talented, which is, I don't know how that feels. Would be nice. But teacher said a bad word. I'm telling. Oh no. Oh, just remember, I am one of the cool teachers. Radical. But yeah, start acting now is my tip. Like, if you start acting now, you have to be more comfortable or get comfortable in front of a microphone, because theoretically, when someone asks you to voice a character in a studio, you don't choke, okay? Like, you won't find yourself getting conscious or like shy, and you'll need to learn to get over that if you really want to get into voice acting, right? And yeah, I gotta get comfortable. Comfy? Gotta get comfy? I hate English. You gotta get comfy in front of a microphone and with like voicing a character. Or putting like texture into your voice and just making sure that you can do this. Like, you gotta put your whole into it. Yeah, you gotta get over from like performance anxiety, which I still struggle with personally. I still struggle with like being put on stage or like getting out of there, that's something I still like, try and figure out myself. But yeah, that is also something you can overcome with like practice and experience in doing. So even pros struggle with performance anxiety. Yeah, that is a thing. There are people out there who still struggle, but yet they still do an amazing job with what they do, right? So it's kind of like, it just comes with experience, from what I would say. Taking speech classes helped me with that. Yeah, speech classes also help as well. Yeah, don't be afraid to like take classes. If you feel like your skill doesn't match enough to like your work, I feel like it's fine. It's okay. It's okay to take classes, but make sure it's from like a trusted individual, or if not, like someone with like who's worked, in the industry, or they have like, I guess, a certificate or something. Yeah, just make sure that, you're getting what you're paid for. Yeah, but personally, what I did, I just started doing it at home. There are a lot of resources that you could find on Google, like on the internet. Like literally, you can find anything on the internet these days, and it's literally right there. So there's that. The trick is to use the nervousness to be better instead of giving into it and getting paralyzed. For me, for like nervousness, what I would suggest is like just laugh it off, but like not too much, okay? A little bit of good formal in-person training always helps for anything, in my opinion. Yeah. In-person training is also is also a thing. But just to be safe, you know, like, oh, sorry, just to be safe, like Zoom, I guess Zoom calls also work if you would like, instead of like in person, since you know, COVID, so you don't want to get sick, right? But yeah, in person also does help tremendously too. And I've also had like some marshmallows that were like asking me, or telling me, actually, they were telling me, it's like,
You need to be able to do a lot of like different voices, right, Erina, to be good at voice acting?
No. No, first of all, no. Or they'll be like,
Oh, I can hear that actor's voice behind the character. I could tell it was them.
like, no, listen, none of that really matters, okay? None of that really matters. And the thing you'd preferably want to know, I guess, is if that person can act, right? Because it really doesn't matter if you hear their regular speaking voice behind a character. It just matters if they delivered the line correct, like properly. Did they give the character justice, or were they good at acting the part that they were given, right? So range is great. Okay, range is great. Don't get me wrong, range is amazing. Okay, you can play a variety of roles that way, but there are individuals, or like voice actors out there, who only use their regular voice, but they're great. Okay, because they know how to act, right? And that's what you want to, yeah, that's the key to like achieving the perfect like delivery of the line. You gotta get good in acting, like I said. You gotta get good in acting so you can deliver the line sweetly. Yeah. But then, you know, there are people be like, oh, I only have my own voice. That's all you need. If you have your own voice, that's great. That's all you need. Now you just gotta learn how to act. You just gotta learn how to, you know, handle the ropes, I guess. Literally, anyone can act if they put their mind into it, or if they put enough work into it. Because voice acting, right? Voice acting, you are competing against so many talented people, especially after like COVID happened. You can find so many amazing voices out there on the internet, you know? So if you really want to make this work, you have to really want this and work for it. If you ever plan on professionally, I guess, trying to get into voice acting, right? Because there are some cases, where people would treat this like it's a casual like hobby thing or a casual interest, be like, oh yeah, that could be fun. Like, it's probably not worth your time. If I were to be frank. But, you know, if you want to do this for fun or on your own, that's great too. You know, it is self-rewarding, right? As long as you're, I guess, creatively fulfilled with what you do, or with what you're like putting out. And I guess, no, it's not I guess, it's more of that's what matters the most in the end. Yeah, as long as you're having fun, I guess. If it's like a hobby for you, then great. That's great. That's good too. Yeah. But you know, if you do like want to have this as like work, then that's a whole other story. Kind of want to narrate or do audiobooks, honestly. Oh, audiobooks. Yeah, audiobooks is audiobooks was a bit strenuous. Strenuous? There are some words out there that I still struggle with. Honestly, when I did projects like those, it was like, what is English? It's like I don't know English, right? It's like there are like complex words out there. I'm like, what the heck? Hmm. What is English, man? Did someone see stream? I don't know. See, I still struggle with that kind of stuff, but yeah. Wait, hold on, let me stretch. Ugh. What kind of networking would you recommend? Networking, huh? Networking, I guess if there's like a favorite game of yours, I would highly recommend like, posting original content about that game. Because how should I say this? Because for like original content, because right now anyone can put out like amazing stuff and impress people out there, right? Like the field is so wide. It might be a bit difficult to be noticed, but like don't worry, just make stuff that you enjoy making and that showcases your ability. Right? And it's also like good practice. Like if you want to put out like original like I don't know, like a fan made like I don't know, like voice stuff about like your favorite game, I guess. That's good practice. And you'll be able to like collaborate or like find people and meet people. And eventually you put yourself out there and it's like your own portfolio in a sense with the content that you've made. And eventually you'll have people that'll most likely like prefer you since, they know that you put out good content and they know that it's like consistent too. Like consistency is also another thing I would say. Like you could literally be like, oh hey, like here's some stuff that I've worked on, and it not only showcases your work and not only it like brings attention to it, but in a sense it becomes your own portfolio as well. Do you get what you get my vibes? You get what I'm saying? Right? And it's also, if you put out original content that you enjoy, it's also like a chance or like a potential to meet people and make connections. And like I said, people will start referring to you the more you build up your portfolio. Right? It makes sense. Doing something you're passionate for really helps when you're going through a rut. Going 100% all the time consistently is pretty hard. Yeah, I would say. Yeah, that's something I also struggle with. Because at first, what I did to try to get better in acting, like every day, I would record myself in my phone and I would listen to it. I would cringe and I'd get over it and I'll just like, you know what? I could probably do better than the person I was yesterday. That was one of the things that I personally did when I wanted to get better in like acting or like voice acting, listening to your own voice. Yeah, that was one of the marshmallow questions that I got. And that they were worried about, like, oh, how do you get over like listening to your own voice? Honestly, I still don't get used to listening to my own voice. But at this point, I'm a bit used to it, I'm a bit used to like hearing my own voice since I want to know what I want to get better at and like points that I'd like to improve on, or like, I kind of jumbled up my words a bit and like this part, and all that stuff. Like you really just get used to it. But sometimes don't. Because I also don't really get used to it either. Yep, bad advice. I still don't follow myself. But you know, I guess it just comes along with experience. Like you'll just eventually get used to like hearing your own voice the more you record stuff. So that is one of them. Like as of now, I'm cringing less than I have cringed my whole life about listening to my own voice. So there is that. Okay, so let's move on to setup. Okay. This one was one of the sought out marshmallows. I think my voice sounds terrible, but others love it. Yeah, you know, it's normal to think that because even I myself also struggle with it. But, you know, if you really do think it's terrible and you kind of want to improve it, then I suggest just practicing it, I guess. Just practicing hearing yourself is what I would say and is what I would have personally done. Yeah, because there are times where I'm like, I did not like how I sounded there, and that's completely fine. That's completely normal. I get those moments a lot. Set up these notes, right? Okay, so for setup, I guess for setup, like I said, it all depends on your home setup, like what you can do and what you can afford to do with what you have at home. So you can honestly do a pretty good setup for cheap. Like literally just Google just Google stuff. Like there are resources for that, but I don't really get too much into it for this one. But just find out what fits your budget and your space. Record in a closet, best idea. Okay, the thing is, for like setup stuff, if you're in a big room and there are like walls around you, it might echo. You might hear a automatic like manual reverb in the feedback of your microphone, which is what you don't want. And preferably what you actually would want to do is get into like very confined space. Like a recording studio is usually a pretty very small room that you could record in. Honestly, but what I would suggest, if you don't want, you don't want for it to like echo around your room, I suggest having a blanket over you, like a thick blanket, or like really any blanket is fine. Yeah, they also have sound padding too in the studios. But if you can't afford that, you could actually use a blanket and throw it over you. It will make you sweat. I assure you, I've done this a lot of times. It will make you sweat if you're under that blanket, but it will lessen the echo. Cardboard can help. Cardboard also helps. Yeah, I've done cardboard before, but I did not like how scratchy it felt on my skin. So so I stopped doing cardboard and I mostly prefer doing I guess like blankets over me. Yeah. You can also hang rugs or blankets up instead of foam. Oh, she just yeah. Rugs also work instead of foam. Like if you're on a budget, then just use like a blanket or something. Like even your bed blanket is fine. Sweat shows hard work. Is this why VTubers are sweaty? Maybe. It most likely is watch skin. I don't know. Excuse me. Okay. Let's drink some water. Alright. Okay. Yeah, so that's for setup. I'm not that I'm not that knowledgeable with like setup and all that stuff, but if ever you might want to consult an expert with this, preferably like someone from like the studio or like someone that has a good setup, I guess I would say, yeah. Okay, next up is auditions. Like, oh, beep 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 beep. I was gonna say beep senpai, I was like, oh, beep beep beep, like beep 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 beep. Beep senpai, thank you for the raid. Hello, welcome. I was stream. I hope you had a good stream. I heard you were. What was the stream? Reincarnated. How I got reincarnated as a slime. Beep beep beep. Hello. Hello. Yes. Hi. Okay. Moving on. Book club meeting. Oh. But did not like the book? Oh, you didn't like the book. Oh. What's this about? We're talking about Voices 101, but it's mostly like voice acting and stuff, so. You can write in YouTube? Yeah, I think it's kind of a new feature, I think. Not really. It was mediocre? Oh, really? I don't know. Have I read that? I don't know. Got reincarnated into a slime. But anyways, what was I saying? Oh yeah, auditions. Okay. Another thing, practice your distance your mouth is away from your mic. The closer you are to your mic, the more low end response is detected in your mic signal. Yeah. What I would suggest is like you do like a rock sign and then you measure that distance from your microphone. like a rock sign, and you see the distance between your pinky and your thumb, and you distance that from your microphone, and that's how you don't peek as much into your microphone. Or if you do peek, like pa, like if you pop your P's and then it peaks, then it's just getting a pop filter. But if not, that's usually a safe distance from your microphone, so that it doesn't pick up so much of your like mouth sounds, is what I would say. But if you wanted to peek your mic for the funny, that's fine too. But I'm speaking in like, if you're recording stuff for like actual like recording like projects for your own personal projects, or like whatever project that you're working on, I suggest doing that distance. That's what I learned from. Yeah. I learned that from choir. It's like probably a safe distance from your microphone, but gnarly, bro. But yeah, auditions. Okay, for auditions, right? For auditions. So again, once you have acting experience and you have a good setup, like we talked about, you could start auditioning. Okay, this is for the people who want to take this like as a job, or like as work, or as something that you want to do, right? So once you have acting experience and a good setup, you could try auditioning. Okay, for example, I auditioned for Phase Connect with voice acting. Honestly, it was a bit cringe. Looking back at it now, I auditioned with like voice acting for Phase Connect, and imagine my setup was worse than what I have now. So keep that in mind. That's a common response. It is a common response. But like when I auditioned for Phase Connect, I used a different voice than what I sound like now. And I feel like Sakuna was like bamboozled when he joined VC. I was like, hello. Can we get a sample? Okay, I was, those like typical heroine voices in anime, they're like,
Oh, senpai. Oh, it's very nice seeing you today. I made you this bento. I hope you like it.
or something like that. Heroine. Oh wait, sorry, did I say that wrong? Sorry. Main character girl? Sorry, I don't know how to say it right. But yeah, pardon me. But yeah, I used a typical like main character girl kind of voice that you hear in like anime or something, or like dub anime. Main girl. Okay, main girl, sorry. Yeah, main girl. Yeah, so I used that voice in like my audition. And I'm pretty sure I bamboozled Sock and I was like, oh hi. Hello. But yeah, for auditions, did I have a slide to this? Okay, no I didn't. Okay. So for auditions, there are a lot of resources or sources online that where you can audition for like paid projects like right now. They're like actively seeking, but there are a lot of websites out there that offer auditions for paid work. So, you know, if you have a grasp on like acting and also for your setup, like it's like okay. And it's like not as jank, I guess. Not like webcam like microphone or something, or like what? I don't know. But yeah, you could start auditioning then. But here's the thing with auditions. Getting rejected plays a big part for auditions. So if you can't handle rejection, like how your grade school crush in like grade 4 rejected you behind the gym, then this isn't for you. So I'm kidding. But like the more you audition, right? The more you audition, the more you gain experience from like voice acting and applying for like all that sorts of stuff. You'll eventually overcome it. But if you can't, like, you know, for the long run, like embrace getting rejected, then I don't think this is for you. But there are ways to like overcome this. Like you just gotta like, honestly, what I did, I just accepted it. Like if sometimes it's not, your voice is not what they're looking for, and that's fine. There are other projects that are looking for this certain texture in your voice or whatever. But just suck it up. That's what I did. I just sucked it up. I was like, okay. But yeah, I can't really sugarcoat this part, but yeah, getting rejected is a normal thing in auditioning for stuff. So just keep that in mind if you ever do want to start auditioning for stuff, right? Or like paid works out there. I'm sure you could find some you could find some like offers out there that are looking for a voice like yours, I would say. But yeah, most likely just be prepared for being rejected is what I would say. Same for any job interview. Yeah, it's kind of like a job interview. It's kind of like a hunt for like job interviews is basically. It is kind of like a job. It is kind of like a job for people, right? Yeah, so it's kind of the same. But that your voice isn't what they're looking for doesn't mean your voice is bad. Yeah, exactly. Maybe they're looking for like, I don't know. Maybe they're looking for like a certain like bubbliness or like certain stiffness to the voice, or you know, the vibes just weren't right. I don't know. how would you say this? But that doesn't mean your voice is bad. It's just that your voice is fit for like somewhere else. Some other offers are looking for your type of voice, but the offers that you auditioned for just wasn't looking for yours, and that's fine. Just keep auditioning, like try and find offers out there that are looking for your type of voice. Who knows? Just try an audition, shoot your shot. Is what I would say. So,
It's not you. It's them.
Yeah. Okay. Next is original content. You lose nothing by trying. Right, you literally lose nothing. Literally nothing. And most likely the people who are gonna oversee your audition would probably be the person who's overlooking auditions, and if you pass that audition, you might meet with like the producer, I guess, or like yeah, your producer behind the stuff that you were auditioning for. That's most likely the case. Yeah. After the 6th beer, all auditions go well. Not the beer. Oh man. Yeah, I'm gonna talk about how to take care of your voice soon after this, but alcohol. But okay. I think we already kind of like we kind of already touched original content just a while ago. But if you don't know, original content is completely fine. Like it's good, it's better even. Like original content for like your favorite, I don't know, your favorite show, favorite game, or like whatever. Put that content out there so you could like meet new people, and it's good practice too for your like your voice and for your acting skill, I guess. And it could also serve as your own, like, you know, your portfolio. You could like showcase it to like people and be like, hey, this is what I worked on, this is stuff that I've actually put effort into, and it's something that I enjoy too. And you could most likely see that through your work. And it not only, you know, not only does it showcase your work and attention, but it becomes your, like I said, it becomes your own portfolio. And yeah, once you have like portfolio, you could start working with that portfolio. Just keep on working on it, and like eventually, you know, like if you like keep this portfolio with you, and you could just like see how far you've, you know, how far you've come, right? Like if you've done this for like over a year, I guess you would say, if you've done this for like, I don't know, like even longer, yeah, even longer, then it's kind of like you could look back and like review like what you could do to make it better, or like points that you could improve on yourself. Yeah. And it also it also works with networking. Yeah, in a sense where you meet new people that are also into the same stuff as you are, and you can also make connections with that too. I'll show. Is Anna wearing a wedding dress? It's making me nervous. Wedding dress? Not really. But I do have a veil, which could be interpreted as like a wedding veil. Oh man. But isn't networking hard? In a sense, networking is hard, but like the community itself, it's not that close knitted as you think it is. There's always like, they're always looking for like fresh, like new voices that they haven't heard before, right? So it's pretty much easy to like network with like, you know, not even like existing voice actors, but like even aspiring voice actors, or like you definitely can find people in that kind of spectrum. Mm-hmm. There's always, trust me, there's always gonna be someone else who is also into the stuff that you're also working on. They're always open to like hearing like, oh, I haven't heard this person before. I haven't, you know, like this is new. This is a new voice, and that's literally welcome. That's welcome, honestly. And Enya, I wish I could stay catching the VODs. Okay, bye Misaki. Thank you for dropping by. Thank you. Also, often new people are cheaper, so they want new people. Oh, that one. Yeah. That's also what I did. When I started off, I was really cheap. Sorry. But there is that. But don't worry, it's kind of like freelancing, if you will. It's also like freelancing work as well. Like for freelancing, when you start off, it's cheap, right? For example, like if you're like, you know, opening commissions for like art or like voices, you know, it's always gonna be like a starter up budget. But like once you get better and once you like work on that portfolio and like gain experience and then just hone to your skill, like rapidly you could start charging more. I would say don't forget your self-worth, okay? That's an important part. Don't forget your self-worth. All right? That goes for like in general, like don't underprice yourself, okay? There are some people that will take advantage of you and be like, oh, I don't think your stuff isn't worth, you know, your stuff isn't worth like that much, right? It's like, stop. No. Charge what you're worth. Yeah, charge what you're worth. And also, what's with the freaking sirens in the back? I'm trying to have like a voice talk and like there's like freaking sirens outside, man. The cops are after me. I don't know. Part of networking and building your name. Yeah, literally. So yeah. They came to support you. Oh man. But yeah, that's what I could say for original content. Like just remember, you know, you could start doing it now then rather than waiting later. Because if you do it now, you know, cuz there are like in a sense right now is a very good time actually to like put stuff out there since, you know, actually maybe like even like a year or 2 years ago would also have been a better time, but also this is actually a pretty good time. People are still stuck at home, so it's a really good time to put stuff out online since, you know, you could literally find everything online. You could find new stuff online, and that's what a lot of people are looking for. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So that's what I could say for original content. And next we have programs. Friendly messenger in my chat to not backseat. What are even backseating for stream elements? Sorry about that. If you check the smaller roles, they're often new people. They won't usually give new people the big anime roles. Okay, yeah, that's that. There is that. You know. Backseating the class. Backseating. How am I backseating class? Please stop backseating chat. Me? I'm not backseating. Oh man. I'm not backseating. I would never. Anyways. Okay, for programs. Let me drink some water real quick. Excuse me. Oh. How's your posture? It's been doing good so far, I think. Build a reputation and portfolio. Yeah. Yeah, basically. That's not only for like voice acting, that goes for like a lot of things actually. A portfolio is really good. If you have one, and like that's even great. That's even better. Yeah. And you're constantly like trying to improve yourself, that's good. That's actually good. Like eventually you'll find your progress in your work, and you'll eventually find, you know, like your drive into your work, or the passion for the stuff that you're putting out to. You'll see that in your work, whether you like it or not. People will notice, and you might think, oh, people won't really like notice. You know, like as long as you put your mind into it, I feel like you definitely could. Yeah. Okay. Wait. Boom. Sorry, I didn't even introduce the topic yet. Okay, programs. Everything's backseating if you want it to be. Middle seating? Oh man. Okay. So, for programs. Alright, for programs, okay. Since, you know, everything is now mainly worked at home, I feel like there are some programs that people use to like record at home. Like here are some programs that I've used for recording stuff, etc. Like, and it might help you, since I personally have only been using like one program my whole career. I've personally been using Audacity. I've been using Audacity for like the longest, as far as I can remember. For the longest time I've been using Audacity. And it works, right? And it's, you know, it's fine, it's great. Okay, so for programs, right? For programs, when choosing Windows voice recorder is all you need. Windows voice recorder, I don't think I've personally ever tried that. Okay. Listen, for programs, okay. When choosing a voice over program or like a recording program, you want to take note of some, you know, qualities that you'd like to find in a program. Like, I'm a big Reaper fan. Reaper fan is good. Reaper fan. What? Reaper is good. Reaper is great. But if you're like starting out, I would suggest Audacity is like a good place to like start out in. Honestly, I tried using Reaper, but I did not understand it, so I've just been stuck with Audacity. But you know, you gotta make sure if it's like easy to use, like rather than, you know, learning the ins and outs of like audio technology. Maybe you just want like a simple method to record a voiceover, like literally just hitting record and you're set. Me that hasn't paid for Reaper in 700 plus days by saying I'm still evaluating. Oh my gosh, beefy. Please. But yeah, you gotta make sure, like, you know, is it like beginner user friendly? And like for the compatibility, like there are some softwares out there, like I said, like Windows, like Windows recording, what you guys are saying. There are designated programs out there for like Windows or like Mac. Like, as far as I know, Apple already has like something installed similarly. It has a QuickTime player installed. Or like Apple, but I am not an Apple. I'm not a Mac user. I don't know. So you really have to take into account whether the software you buy or download is going to work with you. GarageBand. Not too sure about GarageBand really. That's a pass for me, but yeah, but like I said, I'm a Windows user, so I wouldn't know. So, okay, other than those qualities, there are others, but I guess that's like the top ones that you'd like to take into consideration for getting a program. Okay. Audacity. The audacity of this feature. I'm just kidding. Audacity. Okay, the program Audacity, it's free to download and use. I've been using it almost the whole time I've been voice acting, really. But there was an issue with its privacy policy back then, I think, which sparked some outrage, or like it really brought up some worries from like users online. But as far as I know, the team clarified that the original policy was worded in a way that could be easily misinterpreted. Basically, it's something that had to do with the privacy policy, and that's basically what's happening. But if you're worried, you could just opt to download an older version. Yeah, I think there was something with privacy policy that was worded weirdly. So, if you're worried, as far as I know, the privacy policy wasn't meant to take effect until like 3.0.3, I think. Yeah, so 3.0.2 is a safe choice, is a safe version of Audacity if you're worried. But yeah. Yeah, you gotta disable it from update. Personally, I have not updated mine at all ever since then. But yeah, just be careful, as I would say. Yeah. And Pro Tools. I think someone was like talking about Pro Tools. Okay. Pro Tools? I'm not too sure about that. For Pro Tools, unless you're a musician or you produce like multi-track content, it's for musicians and sound engineers. Personally, it's a bit bloated. It's a bit overkill, actually. It's literally loaded with a lot of distraction, frustration into like using it, is what I thought when I was trying to use Pro Tools. Plus, it's expensive, so for voice acting, honestly, for me, you don't need multi-track recording or anything what a musician or like content producer needs, honestly. Because literally what a casting person or like a producer would want from you is either like an MP3, which is like for auditions, or like a mono 24-bit 48 kilohertz .wav file for like a gig. If you do have a gig, then there's that, you can use that. But mostly any recording software that can do that is fine. Yeah, you can do it on Audacity. Did someone say GarageBand? Yeah, forget GarageBand. I don't know. Personally, GarageBand it's not for me. MP3 or .wav. Yeah. Yeah, recording 48 kilohertz if you can. And also having a good like net too also works out, and also a good hardware for your computer, I guess, is something that you would also like to do, because naturally when you're in voice acting, they'll usually ask for like, oh, sometimes they'll want like a video recording of you rather than just like a recording sometimes, but it's not always the case. So you gotta run that too, like recording yourself and then saying the lines through like another program, like multiple programs that you'll have to use, and it will be open. So I'm gonna make sure you got a good hardware is what I would say. So yeah, but there are cheap setups that you could afford to. So don't worry. Okay, don't worry. But you know, if it runs, it runs. If it doesn't lag, that's even better for you. So yeah, GarageBand is just for music stuff, as the title implies. Yeah, I don't really like GarageBand. It's really for music stuff, not much for like voiceover stuff. Hello. Spammed. Is that the guy from like Deltarune? hello. I've had people ask for my specs before. Yeah, there is that. Yeah. Using Pro Tools on campus potato PC is really bad, especially with using videos to match mouth flaps. Yeah, I really do not like Pro Tools. It's very tiring and it's stressful for your computer too. So I'd recommend something easier on your PC. If you know, if your PC can't handle it, then I suggest you opt for something else. Right? Okay. Moving on. Press F3 in Minecraft. Okay, listen here. Listen here, buddy. Specs. Sounds like a skill issue. Why is there two skill issues at the same time? I'm not quite sure if Mac OS has a built-in voice recording software. I too mostly use Windows, to be honest. As far as I know, when I was using like a Mac, at one point there was a QuickTime player, which was like a built-in recording device for the MacBook or Mac OS, I think. I don't know. I don't even remember. But there is something built in like that too. But yeah, voice memos are also a thing. Yeah, I forgot. I don't really use Mac. Just kidding. I have voice notes in my phone. Never mind. But yeah. Great minds, or so they say. Yeah, great minds indeed. Well, I'm heading out. Y'all take care. Thanks for the stream and voice lesson. I'll finish the rest in bye. And bye, Kilo. Thank you for dropping by. Thank you. Okay, for Boy Scare, there are also marshmallows. About this too. Excuse me. For voice scare, okay. Okay, so voice scare. Water. I can't stress this enough. Water is your best friend for voice scare. Why? Because you'll be drinking that almost all the time. Yeah. Yeah, you drink your best friend, right? Yeah. Nice. Make sure it's not cold though, right? Yeah, that's another important thing. Make sure if you want to warm up your voice, it's room temperature water. It's not too hot, not too cold. Either room temperature water is great. Cold water, it might strain your throat. So you might not want, like ice cubes in it. So room temperature water is your best choice for drinking. Yeah. You mean hydration milk? I'm not sure about that one. For before recording only or in general? If you in general want to take care of your voice, then water as much as possible is great. But like for recording, almost if you feel like even a hint of your voice, or if you find yourself clearing your throat, water, okay? And take a break. Cause if you find yourself clearing your throat at least like 2 to 3 times, take a break. That's a sign for you to take a break. Trust your throat, okay? You can also do the cayenne pepper and water trick. Oh gosh. Yeah, there are also other remedies for your voice, like herbal tea, honey, and all that stuff, or like ginger. If it hurts, take a break, okay? Because your voice is your instrument. Okay. And no caffeine. If you're like, per se, given a scenario like you're on your way to the studio, or if you're like about to record, no caffeine. Caffeine might dry out your larynx, apparently, so don't do that. Personally, I don't really drink coffee prior to recording. And alcohol. Try not to drink it the night before you're recording, or like usually what studios do is they'll invite you for like a recording like early in the morning. So if you find yourself like the night before recording, no alcohol. Smoking? No smoking. Smoking is also bad for you. So you can drink teas. You can drink tea. Tea is great. Smoking is also bad for your voice health as well. Yeah. Smoking also eventually makes you like cough a lot too in the long run. So, no. Cigarette and caffeine? No. Tea is fine. Water is fine. Caffeine is okay, but maybe not hours before you're recording, or like even right before recording. But if you plan on not like recording on that day or something, caffeine is fine. Caffeine is fine, is what I would say. Yeah. Unless you're actually going for authentic smoker voice. Not the smoker voice. Okay. Smoker voice? I don't know. Yeah. Energy drink? Okay, the things with energy drink, I love energy drinks, but most likely it would probably be a bad idea since energy drinks contain a lot of questionable stuff in it actually, and it might, how should I say this, it might stop your ability into having like a good vocal around that time. So as much as possible, just water. If you really want to keep your voice in tip-top shape, water. Sodas are worse than coffee, I think. Soda's literally sugar. Personally, for me, it's literally only water before recordings. Like on the day itself, if I do plan a recording, I'll try as much as possible not to drink anything else but water. At this point, I've drank enough water to like water. Like for stream, right? I usually really only have water with me, like a jug of water. So stay hydrated is what I would say with water. Carbonated sugar water. Stop it. Water will always be your best friend. Water is your best friend, like I said. Water is your best friend. And your voice is a instrument as well as your voice is a muscle. So prior to recording, you know, after you've like downed the water, you gotta make sure that you've warmed it up, you warmed your voice up since, you know, like I said, if you find yourself clearing your throat 2 to 3 times, take a break and as much as possible, keep hydrated at all times throughout the recording, you know? And for like daily care, my water has burnt beans in it. You mean coffee? And for like daily care, like I said, keep hydrated and refrain from yelling or whispering. I'm pretty sure there was a marshmallow that I got saying someone has like work and they have to yell. That is something that could easily be you could tackle that by literally thinking of it as like it's not in the long run. Like you won't be in that job forever, right? At some point you'll have to quit the job, please. If it hurts your throat. But in that instance, I feel like try not to overuse it when you're at home or when you're resting. Okay, yeah, for daily care, try not to yell or whisper. Whispering strains your voice as much as you using your voice to yell. So that is also another thing. It's very strenuous for the voice, so don't be like that. And also, try not to clear your throat. It can be irritating for it as well. So in an instance where you find yourself clearing your throat 2 to 3 times, like I said, that's usually the mark where I'm like, okay, I can't do this. Let me take a break. Let me refresh my voice since, you know, it might hurt your voice. So that's literally it. And stay active for daily care. Stay active. That's personally something that I struggle with. But cardio works wonders. Especially since it controls your breath or your breath control, really. It's also very good for, like, if you notice for like singers, they really have good breath control. That's also another thing. And also avoid talking from your throat. If you find yourself talking from your throat, eventually it'll start becoming more croaky as the longer you talk, and eventually you'll find yourself like coughing or like even clearing your throat, which is already like a bad sign as is. So you gotta make sure use your diaphragm. That is true. I almost always use my diaphragm when talking. Just so it doesn't strain your throat, right? You don't want to have like, you know, long run damage to your throat. So as much as possible, speak from your diaphragm or your stomach. Okay, if you don't know where your diaphragm is, okay, the tip that I picked up from like choir is that your diaphragm is, you know, when you're taking a shit, right? And you're like trying to push it out, that's literally the diaphragm. That's like tensing. So Erina, I'm sorry, that's literally what they told me and I'm just passing on the message. So if you push like your stomach and you feel something like tensing or like getting, how should I say this? Getting hard, I guess, in your stomach and not down there. Okay, in your stomach and you press it and it's getting like tough when you push out. You know, the feeling when you're like pushing the stuff out and then you okay. and you clench it, right? Okay, you clench it, and then it tightens. That's your diaphragm. Okay, needless to say, I'm sorry. I'll stop with all that. Sorry, but needless to say, that is your diaphragm. If you can't find it, I'm pretty sure you could find it on the internet and be like, how do I find my diaphragm? Okay, listen here. It's there, and I'm pretty sure you can feel it. So, there you go. Sorry. I wasn't sure how to describe where it is, but literally when I was in choir, that's literally how they worded it to me. I'm like, okay. And now I'm just passing it on to you guys. So take it as is, I'm just an anime girl on the internet. I don't know what I'm talking about at this point. So, who are you to trust an anime girl on the internet, huh? Really? Really? I'm just kidding, but yeah, diaphragm. Just make sure, like, the next time you have an idol meeting, you could try and find your diaphragm as you're doing so. Nice. Okay. Sorry about that. That was a bit too funny. Okay. So the next up is before recording. Okay. I've already talked about this before. Before recording, avoid caffeine as much as possible, because if you're like running late to the studio and you're like, oh, maybe I should drop by for some coffee, ditch the coffee. That's going to dry out your throat when you're recording in the studio. So ditch the coffee, leave that for another day, maybe after recording, perhaps, if you don't have recording the day after, I guess. But or if you don't have recording after that recording session, then fine, you could drink coffee after that, but make sure it's just not right before the recording. And drink plenty of water before and during recording. Okay, someone was asking before or during. Both. While you're recording and before. Drink as much water as you feel like you need, or drink as much as you can. Usually, they won't be too strict with excusing you to the bathroom because you drank so much freaking water before the recording, so don't worry, it's fine. Or just don't drink coffee. Tea is better. Yeah, tea is also good. Someone is talking about alcohol, right? A lot of you are asking about alcohol. Alcohol also dries out your larynx. Okay, keep that in mind. Avoid drinking the night before you're recording, because you don't want to wake up with a croaky voice, which eventually leads to the point where you have to how do I say this? You have to drink more water. And it will also take a while as well. So there is that. And some other I guess some other practices that I do prior to recording or while recording, you could also do some light humming. So you get used to seeing your lines, or you're recording, or you're singing. If you're singing, then do some light humming, hum to a song, or hum to the tone of the line that you want to say, or hum to the lyrics, I guess. I also done some vocal warm-ups like a bzzz, like a bee noise, bzzz, that also helps. And rolling your R's as well. Rolling your R's is the scale of a song, like that, going up and down, up and down. That is also helpful with warming up to script reading, or lyric, or recording and all that stuff. Mm. Yeah. If your throat mostly feels too humid or liquidy, it's a good idea to do the opposite. Pretty rare. That is actually pretty rare if you find your voice too liquidy while recording. Yeah, then stop drinking water. Just do the exact opposite. Yeah, that's true. But in rare cases, I have never experienced that. But in a rare case that you do, okay, then you know. Humming as well. Yeah, humming does help. Yeah. Don't drink, don't smoke. What do you do? Drink water. You can drink alcohol, but not the night before you're recording. If you plan on recording, like, in the mornings, usually it's in the mornings, so just don't drink it the night before or like hours before usually. But other days, I guess it's fine. But personally for me, I don't really drink alcohol at all. So I don't know. Personally for me, I don't really drink alcohol, so yeah, it's much easier for me personally. So this is just coming from like personal experience. So right then, what else? So like before recording, how about during? You can, but like, you're usually given like what, like 10 to 15 minute break in between recordings. So I guess you could also do that while you're on your break. You could also try gently sing within your range before you're recording. Like small instances, not like the whole. Excuse me, not like the whole like song. Maybe like a song that's within your range and you're comfortable with. Like try to find a song that won't stretch your voice too much, but it will stretch enough for it to be like completely warmed up before your recording session. Like how athletes stretch their muscles. Yeah, right, like that. So your voice is also muscle, so you gotta warm it up. Like if you're a beginner in voice work, and like I said, your voice is like a muscle. So if you want to be like, oh, I want to get like abs. That's the same thing for like your voice. If you want your voice to get good, get abs. Treat it like a muscle. So you gotta like keep on like working on it, right? You gotta keep on warming it up even prior to like recording. So there is that. There really isn't like an easy way or like a shortcut way into like training your voice. It's kind of like treating it like cardio, but for your voice. And yeah. So just be careful, is what I would say. Just be careful to not hurt your voice. Uh-oh. Okay. What else? For voice care, humidifiers also help you keep hydrated, I would say. For like at home recordings, humidifiers do help. They keep you hydrated too. Screaming vocalist myself, practice cleans first and do the screaming. Ooh, that is yeah. Not sure too much about screaming, because yelling and screaming stresses your voice and it can damage your vocal cords. As can other like, extreme instances where you're like whispering or speaking too softly all the time. Biggest shortcut is learned mixing. Yeah, there is that. Recording is a shortcut, so it but you know, in most cases, it cleans up your voice a lot. Nice. Yeah, but I know there are a lot of like singers who use like vocal frying or like screaming and yelling into their singing, which does give like texture to it as you're delivering the lines, but vocal cords damaged from overuse can usually repair themselves, right? But like they also require vocal rest in the meantime that you're not you know, screaming or like yelling, you know, or like whispering and all that stuff. I want to get that deep voice. If you want to get a deep voice, you gotta train for it. I've gotten a lot of marshmallows about I want to get like, you know, like I'm a guy and I want to get like that ara ara or something, or I want to get that low voice, and or like I'm a girl, I want to sound convincing as like a dude. There's really no shortcut to it. Personally, for me, I had to learn the hard way and I had to like train my voice. Cause like for me, at a young age, prior to voice acting, I did not like my voice. And I'm pretty sure in like my, what is it, my DSi or DS console, there was like a feature where I was recording my voice and I was like, oh, I didn't like that. And then there's a feature in that program where you could lower your voice. I was like, oh, okay, I kind of like that. And so I just, you know, but eventually I found out it was just puberty. So I had reached puberty at that point. So there is that. Yeah. But the DSi voice recorder thing, that one was pretty cool. I don't know where my DSi is now, but yeah, puberty happened, so, and all that stuff just eventually came along, and one of I was like, oh, okay. Alright. And so, I guess that would be it. So now we have the Maro / open floor. Basically, if you guys have any questions, even though I've been answering some of them throughout the thing, feel free to leave them. Yeah. I saved some marshmallows. I tried to get as much as I could from like last night since, you know, I slept pretty late, so. But I did get some. Okay, let me just get these real quick. I want to get to the mouse first, then we ask. Yeah, I have marshmallows, but you guys can like ask questions throughout, I guess. I'll try and answer it one by one so that I could still focus on the marshmallows since they were the ones who submitted first. If you don't mind, okay. Alright. Yeah. You guys see this? The first one? Oh wow, okay. Okay, let me just... Okay. So, alright. Marshmallow. It's been a while. Okay. How do you first get started doing voices? How do you go about matching your voice to another's when doing impressions like you did with your gen mates? You need some background music? You guys not hear the background music? Yeah, I'll make it louder. You guys hear it now? There is BGM. I think it's just a bit soft. Okay, I made it a bit louder. Okay, now you guys can definitely hear it, right? Okay. Sorry. Yeah, just let me know if it's like too loud or like too soft. Wait, let me drink some water. Ooh! I haven't talked that much in a while. Ah. Oh, edited twice. Thank you for the super. Thank you, thank you. I mean for the membership. Sorry. Welcome to the Makinas. Welcome. Sorry, my mind just like just a little backflip. Okay, so okay for this one. Okay, first question: how do you first get started doing voices? I think I remember clearly the first time I learned something. I learned voice acting is when my brother Gearbro, we were in a restaurant and he showed me his phone. It was just like, hey, listen to this. And around this time he got me into League of Legends and he showed me a video of like Lily Pichu. Yeah, he was showing a video of Lily Pichu doing like voice impressions of like League characters, and I was very I was very hooked up on that video. I was like, oh dang, really? Yeah, so I was like, oh god, okay. And I was like, damn, I kind of want to do that too. So I was like, oh. I kind of want to do that too. So I also tried learning to do like voices like that. And the first voices that I tried doing was like Annie from like League of Legends. I'm not sure if I could still do it right now, but what did she say?
I'm rubber and you're on fire.
Something like that.
Have you seen my Vtubers?
And yeah, that was the first voice impression that I wanted to like learn. I was very hooked up on it, so yeah, most likely that one. Okay. Yeah, it's just a very nostalgic kind of voice that I don't do anymore since it's very high, so I try not to do it too much. But how do you go on matching your voice to another's when doing impressions like you do with your genmates? Okay, the thing is with my genmates, hanging out with them for like almost half a year and being in VCs with them and just like talking and chatting, you kind of pick up the little gimmicks to their voice. The more they talk and the more you hang out, it's like it kind of you just pick it up. Like, you know that thing where you pick up like another person's mannerisms if you hang out with them too much? I feel like I picked up so much quirks from them that I kind of got the hang of it. Like, I kind of got a hang with like how they and the taste and stuff. So it comes natural if you're hanging out with like your friends, right? So that's like one of them. That's one of the reasons why it's like almost natural, but not really when I try to talk as my genmates. But how do you go about matching your voice to another's? Well, like in general, if you're trying to match your voice with another, like as like impressions, it's a bit hard though. But I guess you gotta get that pitch right, and you gotta get the texture. There's like a certain texture to like, let's say a character. If you're voicing a character, there's always like a certain texture to it that really describes their whole personality, or like you know, when you're in the scenario where you're trying to voice a character, there's always gonna be like an instance where they'll be giving you like, oh, like this is their personality trait. She's a bit shy, she's a bit quiet, and you have like this little stuff and like breathing and it's all stuff like that, really. So you just kind of get like a synopsis of like their whole like life story, or I guess like their whole personality, or like key fragments to their voice. Yeah, I'm not sure how to say it like even easier, I guess. Received pronunciation, yeah, that one, that too. I think it's easier to pick up quirks of voice chat than in real life, since there's less you can focus on. Yeah, because in real life, when you're face to face with them, there's a lot to take into account, like maybe their hand gestures and stuff. There's so many quirks that a person has in person in real life, but like if you're in a voice chat with them, the only thing you could really focus on is like their icon or like their voice, really, and probably their words too. But yeah, so moving your body around while doing voices helps a lot. Yeah, like your body language, right? When you're acting, one of the default things is like you act with your whole body, right? You don't just stand still. You're like a static PNG. No, when you act, you're using your whole body. Which is why there's a lot of like studios where there's no chair and you're like standing, right? Not only is it easier to deliver your lines while you're standing, because, you know, and your posture, right? Posture is also important when you're like delivering in a studio. It also helps with like trying to get into the character, is, I would say, really. Yeah. And it gives you like more space to work with when standing. Yeah, that's true. You get much more space to like move around and work with like hand gestures. Hand gestures also really help with like delivering line. Like for example, like if you're trying to be like flowy, you move your hands like very gently, very eloquently. But if you're angry, you know, you put more pressure into it. You ball your hands into fists and then you punch the wall. Or no. But I'm kidding. But yeah. So in the meantime, body language is also important when delivering, is what I would say. So yeah. Okay. Okay, for this one, okay. Are you a voice actor nerd? Not really. I wouldn't say I am. Seiyu otaku, perhaps. I am a fan of like some not really seiyus, but more of like, I guess, indie game voice actors. But like, if we're talking about seiyu, some of your favorites, Noto, Mamiko. I actually googled them. They actually did Hell Girl or Jigoku Shoujo Enma. I forgot. What did she say? いっぺん死んでみる. Is that what she says for like Hell Girl? I don't know. That was like one of my favorite animes to like watch back then. But I guess or voice act, maybe Tanaka Rie? Rie? No, Tanaka Rie from like Genshin Impact. She did the voice of Lisa. Oh, hi, Moko-san. Yeah, she did a voice of Lisa in Genshin Impact. What did she say? Yeah, she did like a stream where she was like playing as Lisa, and it sounded very. That was very interesting. How did she go? She was like, Lisa. I don't really play Genshin Impact anymore. But, Hi, konnichiwa. Kawaii wa ne. Or, I don't know, something like that. But, she's very nice. I look up to her voice a lot when she voices, like, you know, the older women voice. Yeah, I like that a lot. Yeah, give it to me. Can we get an earring? That's a bit airy, but you know, I'm pretty sure it's something like that. Her voice is a bit nasally, I would say. I wouldn't even say my ada-ada's like that. Ada-ada? It's more of like something I would go for if I were to do an ada. Yeah, anyways, you know who I also like? I also like Saori Hayami from she voiced Kocho Shinobu from Demon Slayer. I like her voice. She also voiced like Ayaka, I think, from Genshin, and also Fubuki from One Punch Man. Ah, that was really good. I love her voice a lot. Hi, Gear Dog. Gear Dog woke up, I'm sorry. Kakeguri. Oh, did she voice like Yumeko? Yeah. I don't think I could really try it out. What'd she say? For Shinobu? I don't know. I don't think I could do a good impression of it.
Hisatsutai Mushibashira Kocho Shinobu.
What was it?
Moshimoshi. Daijoubu desu ka?
Or I don't know, something like that. Anyways, moving on. I'm getting cringed. Okay. Damn. Moving on. Hi, Ewi. I don't like my voice very much. Why are you saying? Why are you talking in ooh? Why are you talking ooh? What's a good way to sound way cooler like you? Hit puberty, I guess. No, I don't know. If you don't like your voice very much, I guess what you want to do is like train it. I don't know what else to say. Yeah, train your voice, I guess, if you want to, you know, if you want to train your voice to be lower or like cooler, quote unquote cooler. I'm not sure what is a cool voice for you, but if it's me, then I don't know what to say. But if you I just train it, I guess. Just train it. Like I said, your voice is your muscle. So if you want to like train it to be cooler, then you know what I'm gonna say. Just train your voice and just keep practicing, I guess. Really isn't any shortcut to it, I would think. What happens if already hit puberty? Just get good. Just get good. I'm sorry, I don't know how to say it anywhere else. Just get good. I guess. Or get to the point where you feel like you're satisfied with your voice. Yeah, sometimes it'll take years, sometimes it'll take months. You know? If you want to train your voice. It's like getting abs. You gotta train for it, guys. Does your voice even lift, bro? Oh man. But yeah. Just train your voice. Sad thing. Hey Eddie, do you have to practice a lot before you feel confident singing a song for karaoke? It sounds so natural when you sing. For my karaoke streams, you mean? If I feel confident singing a song for karaoke, I just hope for the life of me that it will sound okay when I deliver. Excuse me. But didn't you mention practicing all day? That's for like voice acting. For like singing, excuse me, for like singing, I was part of a choir, so I don't know if that counts, I guess. But you know, if you want to, like for my karaoke streams, what I did is I tried to like sing all the songs the night before, and if that doesn't work out, and because usually when I try to set up like karaoke streams, I try to fix the offset setting, because the offset setting never works. That's why you hear me typing throughout my karaoke streams, which I'm annoyed at, because that's me trying to fix the offset, because it never works out, and I don't know why. But the only time it worked out was during my debut, where it didn't have like any issues to it, so I was kind of like questioning, like, what am I doing? Is it me? Is it the song? I don't know, man. But yeah, if ever if there is a song that you really want to get good at, try and sing that song, like, I don't know, in your spare time maybe, and see if it from then. I clearly remember I was trying to train for a song for like 2 months, I think. And yeah, if you wanna get good on like one song, then there it is. But don't tire yourself out, of course. And the reason why it may sound natural is because the songs that I pick is songs that I personally enjoy myself. So that's probably one of the reasons why it kind of sounds natural. But it's a favorite song of mine, and of course, if it's a favorite song, I would enjoy singing it almost all the time. But yeah, there is that. I'm not sure if I answered it right, but personally, that's for me. This one made me laugh. Hi, this is a strange question, but is having a nice soothing voice an important trait for a Vtuber manager? Mumi aside, Mumi has a nice voice. Mumi has a really nice voice. Who has the hottest manager voice, and why is it Ray asking for a friend? This one is really funny since, you know, I'm friends with Ray. If you don't know, Ray Daimonji from Tsundere. Ray is a manager in Tsundere, if you don't know. And why is it Ray? The thing is, I only know like 1 or 2 managers aside from Mumi, and I talk to them. Yeah, Ray. I wonder who sent this in. I don't know. But yeah, I do enjoy talking with Ray. Ray has a nice voice, so yeah. This one made me laugh, though. That's how I was saying. I'm just gonna read it. Okay, this one. When it comes to imitating your gen mates, do you play it by ear, or did it take you some time to get it down? Also, do you have trouble manipulating your voice to do so, or are you an ultra mega pro now? Okay. When I imitate my gen mates, when I first tried to record my Gen 2 like voice impressions, prior to that I didn't really practice at all, so I just went ahead and like recorded it, and if it didn't sound right, it didn't sound like nice or like right, then I'd record it again. I think those took me like 2 or 3 takes for like each of them because I wasn't sure if I would get the enunciation right for the most part. Yeah, I would say. So, oh hi Ray. So you have some trouble manipulating your voice to do so? Are you an Ultra Mega Pro now? Okay. Right now... Right now, it's much easier for me as compared to like before. It's much easier for me to manipulate voices now. But you know, I'm still struggling at some like places. Like if I haven't practiced like beforehand, I would struggle. I would really struggle. Oh, hey, it's my mouth. Give me the best answer. Oh, this is yours. Oh, okay. But yeah, there are some cases where I do struggle. Like, especially if I'm recording for like personal projects. I do struggle. So I'm not really an Ultra Mega Pro, like you're saying, I guess. But there is that, so yeah. Thank you for the membership, Ray. Welcome, welcome. Okay, so I hope that answers the question. I'm not sure if I'm answering these right, but what's the highest or lowest pitch you can go, and how did you train to become a voice actor? Oh god. I'm not sure if I could do it now. Highest? Highest pitch. Wait.
I guess this is my highest. Unless you really want me to go high like this.
Which I don't like that voice because I can't really talk to it. So,
This is my highest voice. I guess this is the highest pitch that I can do. Without, like, straining my voice too much. But, yeah.
Yeah. And, for lowest... Okay, that one's hard. How do I... Okay, how do I do this? I guess this is my lowest that I can do. It's not really far off from like my normal, but this is the it's hard. It's I can't really do low that low. But yeah, emergency food. This is Paimon.
Paimon doesn't really.
What does Paimon say? Or
やっぱないで行かせためなのだよ。
something like that. I haven't practiced it, so you can't set your expectations too high. Okay. just keep it there. And how did you train to become a voice actor? I feel like this whole stream explains what I would say, but just put yourself out there, I guess. Just put yourself out there is what I would say. Oh yeah, this is the one. This is the one I was pertaining to. I have to yell for my job. How do you protect your throat or voice from overuse? Okay, this one. Alright. Like I said, as much as possible, try and rest your voice while you can. and drink lots of water is what I would say. If you have to yell for your job, try and get a new job. Quit your job. No, I'm sorry. I don't know. But oh yeah, this is me. Oh, Varler, I'm so sorry. I love my job though. Oh, but okay. I guess my best advice for you is to drink as much water as you can, and try and rest it at home or like at work. If there is like an off chance where you can ask someone to speak for you, then that would be better. But yeah, if worst case scenario, try out like throat remedies for you, like herbal tea or like ginger juice, or or you know what works for your voice actually. So but I hope your voice is okay. If anything, it should still be easy to like how should I say this? Easy to recover, I guess, as long as it's not like long term. So okay, Patrick, this is a very, very, very long thing. Okay. Con Erina, I honestly have zero knowledge on voice acting or impressions, so please forgive me if this question's a bit dumb. No. None of these questions are dumb. I'm sorry that you have to think of it that way. These questions are very fun and very interesting to answer, so I hope at the very least I'm trying to like answer it as the best of my ability. So zero knowledge on voice acting, so please forgive me. Okay. Given your normal speaking voice, why do I notice it's easier for you to transition into making cute or high-pitched voice impressions rather than going lower to sound like a default cooler or mysterious impression? Is it an anatomy thing, or are there techniques in achieving certain spectra of voices? Take care, stay awesome, love you. Hehe. Patrick, okay. Patrick, all right. Okay, so the thing is, the reason why it's easier for me to go higher is because it's like a me thing, honestly. I love voicing like very youthful, very cheery, like young voices, because it's like very 180 from my normal voice, right? So it's kind of like I like to see other people's reactions, but because it's not you. And I guess another reason for it is when I hit puberty and I was still in school, there were people who made fun of my voice for being as is, like how it was, because you know, like probably didn't reach freaking puberty, but I did. I was like, oh frick. So what I did back then is I trained it to be a bit higher, like a higher speaking voice than it was, because I was super self-conscious about it, and like back then I wasn't too confident with it. So I just tried to, you know, speak higher, I guess. So there is that. But also there are a lot of like offers out there that look for like typical, like, you know, like very youthful, very young, very girly like voices, which is why you get used to like trying to audition for those kinds of voices, right? Sorry, drink some water. Yeah, so hopefully that explains like why. And with the default color mysterious impression, I don't know. I guess I'm just cool and like default, man. I'm just mysterious. Like, I just next question. I'm sorry. But yeah, just train your voice. I guess is what I say. Yeah, there's that. Damn. I'm kidding, but yeah. Okay, so for this one, how long did it take until you got used to hearing your own recorded voice? I don't really know like the exact amount of like days or like months or like years for how long it took me to getting used to my hearing voice, but eventually you'll get used to it at one point. But there are some instances where I'm delivering lines where it's like a character that's completely not me. It's literally very far off from who I really am. So where I'd cringe at those moments, but like for the most part, you'll get used to hearing your voice. Your own recorded voice, yeah. The longer you try and record and I keep listening to it, you'll get used to it. Eventually, you might even be fed up with it. And you might just like, you'll be like, oh god. It will no longer be like, oh man, I don't really like hearing my voice, to like, it'll become like, oh god. Oh, it's me again. Oh, here we go again. And a GTA gif. Oh, here we go again. Yeah. You just become indifferent with it. Yeah, honestly, the longer you do it, the longer it just... You just get used to it. I still hate mine, but not as much as before. It works. Yeah, it does. The longer you stay in that recording program and you keep recording, and the less you'll be like, oh shoot, I don't really like my voice. Like, it'll be like, oh, it's me. Oh, it's me. Okay. So, yeah. I have no idea why you guys keep doing ooh talk in my marshmallows, but okay. Alright. I will entertain these.
Dr. Erina Makina, the question I bring to you is about maintenance.
Maintenance, huh? Okay. What are the do's and don'ts to keep your voice in check, ready and strong for the streams? Mine is probably not a good idea, since I jump straight from like bed to like streaming, since I just wake up for my streams. But like if it's like a late night stream and you keep your voice in check, it's either like early in the morning or like late at night stream, right? So what you want to do is, like, personally for me, if you have like enough time and you wake up early enough, like hours and hours before stream, like let's say 10 or like 12 hours before stream, you can do what you want in the first few hours. Like you can drink coffee, you could eat candy or like sweets, dessert, okay. But yeah, you gotta make sure that you could balance like enough time to like give a remedy to your voice in the time in between that. Yeah, the time frame. Okay, beep 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 beep. All right, yeah. Your voice is 101 and beeping in the background. Anyways, yeah, in that time frame in between like waking up and like the time you stream, just try and take care of it. That's what I would say. Remember that MC stream when she was yawning for minutes? Yeah, get enough sleep before stream. Get enough sleep, because I kept yawning around that time. Sorry about that, but yeah, I was really sleepy. But typically when I stream, Honestly, there are some times where I'll be like, I don't know if I'll be able to like be in a good mood to stream, but honestly, like, you guys are very supportive of me, and I don't know, it affects my mood a lot, which is why I try and be good. I try to be a good streamer for you guys. So I hope, you know, it's enough. I don't know. Positive power. Yeah, just try and be positive for streaming too, I guess. It's not perfect. Streaming isn't perfect sometimes, but you know what? It's the fun that counts when you're streaming, so bam. Yeah. Anyways. So the closest thing I have for that is grandma's old knowledge that eating apples helps healing your vocal cords. I don't really eat apples, so I wouldn't know what to say about that. I doubt that, but I'm not going to go full Phoenix Wright on her while screaming objection like a madman. Objection, oh man. Read these nuts by a viewer who prays in your Discord chat every day. Who prays in my... It could be Kizuna. I don't know who else prays. Do you get a good noodle star? Do you want a good noodle star? Probably Kizuna. He's daily praying. I don't know. There are selective people in my Discord channel who has been praying and been sending my thighs too. That's why I'm like, it's very easy to point you guys out. Yeah, the image. Yeah, the image. But that wasn't me. Oh, wasn't you? Oh, okay. Well, I'm not sure who this is then. I wonder. But he's lying. Oh, it's him. Oh, okay. Well, I don't know. I'll leave it to y'all. But yeah, I hope that answers your question. Okay, this one is pretty cute. This is very spaced out. It's easy to read. Okay. Greetings, Erina. Here are my questions for you. Okay, shoot. Who are some of the role models that have inspired you to start voice acting? Lily Pichu. If it wasn't for Lily Pichu, I don't think I would have gotten into like voice acting, and I wouldn't have been here, I guess. Other than the seiyus that I've also noticed, yeah, probably bad. How do you go about resting or exercising your throat to prevent exhaustion or feeling weariness? It's become like a habit of mine to drink water throughout the day. Sometimes I forget while streaming, but throughout the day I do drink lots of water. Get enough, like 8 glasses a day. And that's a lot, but you know, it helps your voice, so I'll say, you know. And I try not to like yell too much or like whisper a lot. Those two. And what is your best advice and direction to make the journey from being a novice voice actress to a professional role more efficiently? Okay. From a novice voice actor to a professional role more efficiently? Consistency, I would say. Yeah. Maybe consistency, or if not, I know indie games are doing fairly well recently. Yeah, especially like the comfy ones or like something. I don't know, I see them a lot on my TikTok, but like indie games are doing pretty well, so you know, you can jump from that to like other stuff, you know, try and branch out to like different kinds of like voice work that you want to do. Like may it be maybe like audiobooks or like what is it, like Twitch alerts, or you know, like producer tags, or you know, like fan animations or fan made projects, personal projects, school projects, or like whatever project is there that you could try and get, then go ahead. Go ahead. Hopefully that'll work out. Cause the road to being a professional voice actress is like, or actor really, is different for everyone. The journey is different, so you just gotta try and shoot your shot with like every chance you get. So yeah, I guess that is my advice for you. Yeah, so yeah. Hi Evades, hello. Fan animators love looking for VAs on Fiverr. Okay. The thing is with Fiverr is that I don't know, Fiverr is kind of scary. But yeah. I guess that's also one of the websites that you could try out, but personally, there are other like actual websites where you could like network on, like Twitter. Twitter is also one of the better platforms to try and branch out to, like, you know, scouts or like other people, other aspiring voice actors, or like people like you in general. So there is that. So yeah. Okay. What do you rely on most for doing voices? Tongue, throat, teeth, lung, lips, or something else? My diaphragm. The support it gives you for your voice is scary, but I guess in this case I could say lips, if anything. Like you know those lip reading like videos where you just see like a video of like someone's lips and like they're acting something, right? Those exist, and I feel like how you my frames are dropping. My frames are dropping? Oh, my frames are okay. Oh, isn't it better? Okay, no, it's not. Never mind. Ooh. Ooh, that hurts. Ooh, that hurts. Like fandoms? Yeah, like fandoms, exactly. You could honestly do this too. And for lips, like for example, if you want to sing like a very high note, what I would do is like you smile and you try and really say those words out, because you know if you voice it like very high, it won't be able to be properly heard, or yeah, it won't be heard properly, or it won't be like pronounced right. So it might slip out a bit, which is why like smiling also helps, like yeah. And try not to use your throat as much for like yeah, try not to use your throat for like singing. It might strain your voice too. Or like talking by the throat sounds very different from when you're talking by your diaphragm. So there's that. Or from your chest, actually. From your chest too. Yeah. So, moving on. Okay, this is one of the Marshmallow was talking about. So, is it possible for a guy to train a voice acting or singing voice to convincingly sound like a girl's? Likewise, can a girl truly sound like a guy? Yes. I know some people that can pull off a very convincing like girl voice when their voice is like very low as like their normal speaking voice, right? If you get good at your head voice, yeah, your head voice, usually when you do your head voice, it's very high too, but it's hard. It's very hard, but with like enough practice and enough training, I feel like it'll eventually come to that like point where it's like It sounds convincing, I guess. And can a girl truly sound like a guy? Yeah, same thing for girls, I feel like. There are... It's hiccuping again. Okay, it's hiccuping. There are girls like seiyus who pass off as like young male roles in like anime, you know? I'm pretty sure there was this one guy on Twitter and was just like, oh, I didn't really like female like voice actresses, even though his icon was that of a character that's being played by a female. So it was like kind of weird, but okay. I think that's more common in Japan than in US. Yeah, that is more common. Yeah. So whether it's singing my favorite songs, most of which are by women, or trying voice lines with cosplay, or impressing people with a dude to I want to work on developing more feminine voice for voice acting. But I'm just not sure if I can pull it off. If you're not sure you can pull it off, you could try training it now. You know. If you're still not sure, you'll never know unless you try, right? So like... If you're not sure, you could try starting now. Start training. Start training your voice now and see if, you know, maybe give it like a few months, actually. Give it like a few months, really. If you're planning on like training it for how long, you know, to get to that level, because I wouldn't know what he sound like, but just training your voice is really what I would say, because there's really no shortcut to it. Okay. Who are your favorite voice actor actresses? I've already done this. And can you do impressions of their characters? I've basically done this already with the first marshmallow, or was it the second? I don't know, I forgot. But I've already done this. I think we could skip this for now, but damn. When did you realize that you can't sing? You can also do it like in the 1600s who went there. Huh? Oh god. Fingers are Timmy Turner, was voiced by Tara. Tara Strong is also one of a very good range too. And Jimmy Neutron, yeah, that too. Yeah, she's very, very, very strong with like ranges. Okay. When did you realize you can sing? I never really realized it. Actually. I don't think I've ever realized that I could sing, unless it was like... I guess it's from like Gear Mom. It's just like, you should take like singing lessons, which I never did. You know? But then, you know, I auditioned to be part of like a choir, and then that happened, and like... Yeah, so I could kind of sing. Like, I'm not tone deaf. I'm not tone deaf, I think. I don't know. But, yeah. Okay, moving on. Do you play Call of Duty? No. I used to. Also, like, mobile, but no. Not really. How do you know what's your vocal range? There are videos in YouTube that can help you. That can help you find your range. Like, I know there's this one that helps you find your vocal range in like 1 minute. Yes, Gear Dog? Wait, hold on. Gear Dog started like going around. Okay, sorry. So, there's actually this video that helps you find your vocal range if you don't know it. I think it's like excuse me. Yeah, it would help you find your range for like, I guess, singing range in a sense. I guess they're talking about like singing, but yeah, if you don't know it yet, then I feel like one of those videos would help you. And if you still don't know it, there are many other ways to find out your vocal range. If you Google it or you find resources on the internet, those are pretty easy to find. So yeah. How can you improve your range? Just practice. Practicing. I'm sorry if it's like, oh, you say like it's easy. Cause it's not. It's not easy. But if it's easy for you like naturally, then that's good too. But like it's just a lot of practice, I would say. Improve your range. If you try and practice like the exact range that you would like to, I'm pretty sure you'll be able to like pull it off in like a month's work, I guess. But like yeah, personally for me, I just kept practicing in order to like pull something off or pull it off, I guess. So that was me with like a lot of like voices that I wanted to do. I still tried to like get good at, so just do it. Don't let your dreams be dreams. Okay. This is the last marshmallow that I saved, but your high-pitched voices are really good. How long have you practiced? It comes almost naturally. I don't know if how long have you practiced? Ever since I hit puberty. Just kidding, I don't know. It's been so long actually since I've tried to practice it, you know? But I guess a few years. A good few years? I would say. I guess maybe. I forgot, I lost count. Yeah. Usually it's like years worth if you want it to come almost naturally, I guess you could say. So, yeah. There are apps that can help you improve your range if you can't afford vocal lessons or don't know where to start. Just search the App Store. That too, there are a lot of apps in the Apple Store or like, you know, Play Store, like whatever, like the store in your phone, your mobile phone, that could help you with like, you know, breathing controlling. Breathing control, like to train your voice into like a range. There are apps like that. I'm pretty sure there are. So if you ever, you know, if you ever do come across something like that, then I feel like it would help. And plus, it's budget friendly too. If you plan on starting up in like voice acting, I feel like that's also budget friendly too. If you could find it in the App Store or like online, or really there are a lot of resources online, even on YouTube too. So there is that. Oh, thank you for the raid, Shinya. Shinya, hello, welcome. Sheena raid, Mima raid. Hello, welcome. Thank you for dropping by. Eddie, Shinya, hi. Crab raid. Oh, did you play the crab game or something? Hi, Mima. And butter cookies. Hello, butter cookies. Very cute. Sup, Rainers. Yeah. There is... Yeah, there are more, like, marshmallows, actually, that were submitted. Oh god, there's a lot. Okay. I wonder if I could try and read some of them. Now we play Bloodborne. Boss first try. Oh, Bloodborne. Nice. That's like a grinding game or something. I don't know. I don't really play those kinds. Gaming. Yeah, gaming. Okay. Let me see if I could download some like marshmallows and I could just put it on stream. Dark Souls? Like Dark Souls. Oh, okay. Yeah, Dark Souls. Yeah, I would never play those kinds of stuff. Right word to suggest a part of a voice or performer. Ooh. Wait, what does that mean? Dark Souls isn't a horror game though. Really? Still could jump beside that. If there's like jump scares still, I think I would still get spooked. I would get very spooked if that were the case. Okay, let me just get these and we should... Do. Okay, I got some marshmallows. Okay, prepare. Damn. Okay, 1 second, let me just put these all in one place. That is a lot, okay. Boop. Okay, I'll try and answer these and I think we'll wrap it up then. Try and answer these. Where is the order? Okay. Oh, right. Okay, so how did the people in your house react to you voice acting when you started versus now? When I started voice acting, I was trying to keep it a secret from my whole family. Cause the walls are pretty thin too. So what if they just like walked in and be like, what are you doing? And I'm like, oh god. But eventually I had to tell them, since once I started like, you know, earning from voice acting, I had to tell them, because you know, I also wasn't sure like if I could keep it a secret while the walls are pretty thin. I don't think I'll be able to do it right. So I was like, okay, you know what? Okay, I'll just tell them. So I just told them. I was like, oh, I do this and that. And they're like, oh, really? Could you show us some stuff? And I'm like, I don't think you want to. I don't think you'd like it. I was super conscious when they were like asking me, yeah, it's okay. You can tell us. You can show it to us. I'm like, maybe not. But eventually they do, and now they watch my streams like Gear Mom, Gear Dad, Gear Bro, and Gear Sis. And even Gear Dog watches my streams, and I'm like, okay, I can't do this anymore. Okay, Then, okay, this one, okay. What goes on in your head when creating a new voice to fit in with another voice? With this one, in a new voice, there's always something. There's always something that how do I say this? There's always something that might, like still connect two voices at the same time. Like it can't completely be separate if you're voicing. Like if these two voices are coming from you, you might like obviously tell like, oh, it's the same voices, right? But there's always like certain backstories that goes along with a voice and like the texture to the voice. Like imagine it's like a parrot or something, right? But it's like the same pitch, same tone, but for a different backstory. And I feel like that goes very well with like trying to get another voice out of you, I guess. That's why character creation is very important, and like introducing a character to the voice actor, like it's better to like interrogate the producer or like the scout and be like, okay, what is this character's backstory? Do they have like past trauma? Did they go through this? Did they go through like this transformation in order to get here and there? You have to interrogate. Sometimes you really have to like question the character, because sometimes the character won't have enough detail for you to like really embrace the character, right? So you really have to like imagine that you're in their shoes, really, like a certain character. That's how you get another voice out of you, I would say. It's a bit hard, but it's better for the voice work that you're doing, for your portfolio, and for like anything else. So that's why it's just best, because they'll be able to tell the difference between your portfolio from like so you're not like giving the same character again and again for like how many years or like months, and be like, is this the same character? No, it's actually different characters. So I feel like it's very important to have the character in mind when you're voicing them. Yeah. I hope that answers the question. Okay. How do you improvise a voice and keep it from drifting? How do you improvise a voice and keep it from drifting? When you say improvise a voice, so like keep it from drifting to stay in character? Yeah, maybe. Yeah, that's also one of them. But like when you say improvise, so like on the spot a voice and you keep it from drifting, if it's like improv, like if you take like improv classes, I feel like they'll give you the scenario, like character A is going through a heartbreak or something, right? And I gotta go. Good night, Anna. Oh, good night, Alfana. Thank you for dropping by. Have a good sleep. But like, let's say character is going through a heartbreak, right? Yeah, not a heartbreak. When you improv that voice, you just try and go with the flow with the character, but don't forget like the initial situation it was given to. Like heartbreak, right? You can like build it off from there, really. But to improvise a voice for like voice acting per se, I guess my tip is to like give a certain like tinge to it. I don't know how to explain, but give it like a little tinge, a little personality. Not just like, oh, this is my voice, oh, but it's higher and this is all I got. And like, just add a bit of richness to it, add a bit of texture to it, It's not just like one side. It's like there's multiple sides to a voice. That's why you want to like give it a little bit of personality, you know? If you want to improvise a voice, give it a little bit of personality so that people could grasp, like, oh, they're a bit bubbly. They're not just like a high voice or like squeaky. It's like, no, they're like, oh. Yeah. I'm not sure if they answered it right. I also don't understand the marshmallows, but hopefully that kind of explains it. I don't know. Okay, the biggest issue I've had, solo and collaborative, has been finding the right words to describe some part of a voice or performance. How do you approach those situations? Finding the right words to describe some part of a voice or performance. Oh, so you're saying this in a where you're explaining a voice or performance to like the voice over or something? Okay, I don't really understand this one. But sometimes if you can't find the right words to describe, you could like, I guess you could try and doodle it out, but like another good thing is to describe a voice or performance. Like if you want this person to act out in like a certain scene of a performance, encourage them asking questions, I would say. I'm taking this as like what a producer would want to try to explain the or describe the performance or voice. Entertain questions, I guess. I gotta crash. I don't always catch your streams, but I enjoy it when I do. Keep it up. Good night, everyone. Good night. Kikomo, Charlie. Good night. Thank you for dropping by. Have a good sleep. Or I'm gonna rest. But yeah, trying to explain the character or scene. I guess that's what I'm getting from here. If you want to try to explain the character or scene, you could like sketch it out. But if not, try to explain the character in that scene and be like, oh, they went through this and that, and now they're like, oh, now they're like this. They're like from A they went to B, right? And also taking multiple takes for like a scene, a certain scene is normal. Taking multiple like retakes is normal too, so don't worry. Yeah, good voice direction is also really important. Yeah, it really is. That's why it's in the studio, it's better to have it in real time so that they could just brush, like the VO could brush up. They could like brush up like what they're missing, right? Retakes are always a pretty fun process too. Yeah, it's fun. It also could be tiring at times, I would say. But yeah. There's that. Now the bloopers are fun. You know those like those old films where they'd have like bloopers at the end of the film? I really wish they would do that again. Or like animated films as well, but like I don't know if they still do it. I haven't seen any. What are some things that voice coaches do that normal people might not expect them to do? I've never gone through a voice coach, so I want to know, but what are some things that voice coaches do that normal people might not expect them to do? That is a bit hard. What would you do if you're a voice coach? What would I do if I was a voice coach? Honestly, if you go to a voice coach, you already have like pre-assumptions of like what to expect, right? So you might not expect it to do. They'll be like, oh, just drop everything that you know and we'll start from scratch, is probably what I would think that would happen. Like what I did, when I was in choir, the head person was like, okay, to try and hit like high notes, I had to lift like a chair while they were sitting on the chair. Like they were like, okay, I'm gonna sit on this chair and you're gonna try and lift it and you're gonna try and hit a high note while singing and while trying to lift the chair. And I'm like, what? And it did help. It actually did help my range a bit around that time. But I think that was like one of the situations that I was in where I was like, huh? Yeah. Hit a high note, lift this chair, and juggle these 4 glasses. No, like I was trying to hit a high note for this one song I was singing, and they were like, okay. Did it help with your range or your rage? I think both, actually. I got a bit mad. I was like, why you gotta let me lift up this chair that you're sitting on? No, but like, it did help. It did help reaching that note because when you try and lift that chair, you use your diaphragm. Okay, abs, all right? Abs, voice. Your voice is a muscle, right? So it kind of makes sense to lift the chair. Honestly, I don't know where I'm going off with this one, but like it helped. For the bottom line, it did help me reach the note and by the end. So I was like, okay, that actually did help. So that was one of the things I was not expecting for them to do. So I was like, okay, hello everybody. Hello, Rakiola? I don't know if I said that right, but hello, welcome. Alright, so what's this? What's your mindset on long form recordings such as audiobooks or other scripted readings where it's not as practical to review multiple times? The thing is with like the audiobook readings, when you think of audiobook, it's like you're reading a book while you're like listening to the audio. Sometimes it's not perfect. As far as I know, audiobooks that I've listened to are not entirely perfect as like the book. But you know, it's very long, and also it might actually have a lot of retakes. Cause like if you're trying to do one whole page as a retake, that's time consuming. That's very non-efficient for like both the time for the producer and the voice actor, right? So for long form recordings, I guess you could say is read it beforehand, and if you find like any words that you have difficulty with reading or like pronunciating, or you're not sure how to pronounce it, try and practice beforehand, you know, because script reading is a thing too. But like, it's different from like script reading on the set itself rather than at home where you like have enough time to read it beforehand, right? Yeah, so it's a bit time consuming, but you know, it's okay, Wi-Fi. I hiccuped, but it's rewarding at the end. Okay. Am I back? And also bye now saying thank you for dropping my thank you. Is it back? Hello? Let me drink some water. It's back now, I think. Oh, really? Okay, that's good. Alright. Well, that's good to know. Okay. Okay. It's okay, Susan, we're almost done. Don't even worry. Okay, so... Okay, this one. We all know that the voices in your head are Makinas, but is it multiple different voices? The same exact voice layered over and over again? Well, no, it's not actually. Like, if you're a regular, I'm pretty sure I've already designated a voice for you. Is my stream okay? Okay. Alright, sorry, I thought I was hiccuping. But yeah, if you're a regular, I've most likely already given you a designated voice. I judged pending on the icon. I judge pending on the icon and the name and like how you type. That's how I judge the voices in my head. You based in profile pictures? Yeah, icon and typing style, as well as your name. And also some of you have already said what you sound like, and I'm like, oh, okay. That actually kind of makes sense in my head. And when I connect the dots, it makes sense, you know? Whoa. Yeah, I do. But it'll be a lot. It'll be a lot to like say. It's actually really interesting. Yeah, so if you hang out long enough, I'm pretty sure I already have like, okay. Okay, I already have a designated one for you. What if they have it in a PFP? Okay. That's fine. I'm just gonna put you in my voice, I guess. I don't know. Oh, I don't know. What kind of voice do I have? Oh, okay. I could start off with my mods. Okay, I could start with my mods. For Quinny, I heard her voice is similar to mine, but a bit higher. Yes, I don't know. But I feel like Quinny has like a very chill, laid-back voice. And it's very like, yeah, don't worry about it. It's kind of like, hey, yo, bro, I gotcha. And then for like my mod Takaki, it's more of like, I don't know if it's more of like a, it's like, oh, gosh. Like, oh, yeah. But like, it's condescending but like bearable, I guess, for Takaki. And then for Salomon, I imagine it as like very timely, very old. I don't know. I judge it by like how you type as well too, since that's why in my head it sounds like that. It sounds a bit like low and raspy, I guess. A bit old, if you say. If you may. But in my head, that's what you sound like. Okay. I always get that. Yeah. Yeah, because typing style also plays a thing, so... I don't know. Let's see who I could... Who is adding me in the Discord? Yeah, that's what I think my mods would sound like. Sometimes Kaza would also like pop into my streams and like my mod chat. And I feel like Kaza has like the very quiet, very like, oh, okay, gotcha. Like, don't worry about it. I got you. It's like a friendly kind of voice, I would say. And for like, let's see, let's try and scroll through everyone. I don't know what's my typing style. Don't worry, even if you don't have your typing style, I could probably like try and figure out a voice for you with your icon name, but yeah, okay, I'll just keep it there. If I try and do more, I think we'll be held back, so but don't worry, none of you have like bad voices. as far as I'm concerned, you guys have like very decent voices in my head. So, what's that? Actually, you know what I want to do? I want to have like a meet and greet so that I could like finally get to know what you guys sound like. I feel like that would be cool. That would be cool. I'd like to have a meet and greet someday. I can meet you guys. Actually, no, I think that will make me nervous. Never mind. Ooh, 1-on-1. Freaky. Okay. Meet and greet where we all tell Anna our worst jokes. Oh god. No! Oh man. Let's face more cons. But yeah, that would be nice if I could like talk to you guys. I'm curious though. I'm very curious. So yeah. Okay, next one. I think this is the last one. Meet and greet. Why not met and grill? Could make some nice steaks with it. I kind of want steaks. Want steaks. Steaks would be nice. Steak sounds nice. It's probably because I also haven't eaten yet, so like there's that too. Okay, so I think this is the last one. I have a problem within an exact note where if I want to go with my normal high voice to my higher pitch voice, I crack a little no matter what. Is this a natural that I can overcome, or am I forcing myself? Sorry if I can properly portray the issue here. No worries. If you're trying to hit a high note and your voice is cracking, it's either you're trying you try to hit it multiple times, but I feel like head voice would try and do well with like a higher note. Yeah, if it's training, then you might have to take some breaks too. Take some breaks, drink some water, but like crackle no matter what. Try and train your head voice, I guess. Head voice does work, and if it doesn't work, try and use your chest voice. I think. I feel like that would work, but if not, I'm not really sure. But yeah, if you know, if just try and see what's best, and if not, if that doesn't work, consult an expert, if anything, because I'm not an expert. I don't know what I'm doing. But yeah. Yeah, but good luck with hitting the high notes. Yeah, high notes are pretty much very hard to hit, but yeah. Okay. But yeah. I hope that the lesson for Voices 101 helped in a way, but if not, that's cool too. I don't mind, because literally this is all coming from personal experience. So if that helped, cool. If it didn't, cool. Hopefully, you know, this tried like explaining some stuff. So when's the exam? Oh, the exam. Okay, get your papers out. No, just kidding. Yeah, so there is that. Let's just head on to chatting. This is way too bright for like my thing, but okay. Hello. Okay, wait. Wait. Let me just... Let me just reset that a bit. Hold on. Okay. Ooh, there we go. All right. Back to dark mode. Hi. Okay, so that was it for this bi-weekly's Let's Talk stream. I think after this stream I wouldn't know what to like talk about, so expect it to be less formal like this one. Cause why is this 3 hours? I thought it would be less than 3 hours, but okay. Man, I was like, okay, if I can do this in like 1 hour, that'd be nice. It would be great. I really wasn't sure if I could like hit the 1 hour mark. I was like, oh god, oh okay, cool. That's nice. Yeah. Stayed up to like 6 a.m. for this. Oh my god. But I hope it was helpful to some of you. I am so sorry if you're gonna try and rewatch this, because this is like 3 hours long. But if you're the VOD gang, hi VOD gang, I'm so sorry. But yeah, thanks for dropping by. I really appreciate it. If you know, hi VOD gang. Hello. Oh my. 1 hour wouldn't let me go into detail. Really? Okay, is Is there anyone streaming today? Hello, Vodber from the past. Ooh. Ooh, spoopy. Okay, no one's. Okay, I think I will raid a waiting room for today. It's fine. Have fun, VOD gang. Good luck, VOD gang. But yeah, I thank you for dropping by today's lesson. I hope I provided some insight, I guess. I don't know. Hopefully, maybe. So yeah, I'm gonna rest. I don't think I can Zatsu right now. I'm a bit tired from talking a lot. But hope you guys have a good day today and a good night if you're gonna sleep. And Varler, thank you for the gifted subs. Thank you. Quinny was gifted a membership. Quinny? Rest your voice, Erina. Yes, I will. Thank you. So. Ought to beep boop. Thank you for dropping by. That's weird. Oh well. That's her mod account. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. That makes sense. Okay. Ought to beep boop. Bye bye. Hee hee. Hoo hoo. Haha.